can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm already tired. Oh.
Okay, let's try this.
Hi, my name is Jamila. This is Jamila on Film, where I like to document my life. Don't know why I randomly decided to introduce this channel today, but what's up? I am going to be doing the 24-hour readathon thing. I'm gonna be reading for 24 hours straight, mostly. I was thinking about doing this challenge, and not to sound like boastful or anything, but your girl is booked and busy. We got a busy June going, and so today's the only day that I can really do it. But I don't make money from social media, which means I have a job, which means I gotta go to that job today, okay? The video prior to this one was I quit teaching, now what? And I technically have quit teaching, but today is the very, very last day that I am technically a teacher. It is the final teacher work day of the school year. Teachers gotta show up, I gotta sign in. It's a whole thing. I honestly think that was all of the disclaimers that I really had as far as this goes. So wait, I need to go get the timer. Duh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know where my phone is. Like, I for real don't know where my phone is. Give me a second to find it. Oh, she's secured. Also, our starting time is like, we'll say 7:20, but it's technically 7:18 right now. And by the time I sit down, it'll be like 7:19. We are starting off with Not in Love by Hazelwood. Let's do this thing. Let's pause this thing. I just spilled granola all over my couch. BRB. I don't know if you can see that, but the timer's been resumed. The timer has been resumed. Ooh. Right off the bat, it says, "Dear reader, I just wanted to drop a quick note to let you know that Not in Love is tonally a little different from the works I've published in the past. Rue and Eli have dealt with and still deal with the fallout from issues such as grief, food insecurity, and child neglect. They are eager to make a connection but are not sure how to go about it except through a physical relationship. The result is, I think, less of a rom-com and more of an erotic romance." Oh. We do. Well, I have to go up front anyway because I need to turn in my key.
I'm gonna let you do that because you probably won't they'll like talk to you when you get up.
Probably not.
They probably will.
Hopefully not. This is Tim, aka Timinator, aka Timmy Neutron, and to keep it brief, he's simply the best human ever. I am 32 minutes into my 24-hour reading challenge. I've taken a break from Not in Love by Hazelwood, mainly because I don't want to read that at school in public, especially considering the warning that she put at the beginning of that book. But I have brought a nonfiction book. I'm still reading 8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty. So while I am at school today, I will be reading. I did pause the timer, and I definitely will like keep pausing and playing because, like I mentioned, I have a job and I have things to do today since it is the last day of work. That is what I'm reading at school while I should be working. But there's only so much that can be done, right? You want to take the camera since I took your cup as a tripod? Anyway, my classroom is empty. Once again, there's only so much that I can do. almost 1 hour technically of reading. I know that I need things to kind of keep me going because I'm already like, I have read 18 pages of A Rules of Love. I'm currently on page 80. I started at page 62 and I totally meant to say that. Since I know that I need different mechanisms for me to stay awake, not only is this a readathon, this is me reviewing beverages that I'm trying for the first time. Because that's the only way I'm gonna stay awake, is to continuously go to the bathroom. With that being said, I am going to try this La Colombe coffee. This is the vanilla latte. There's no shots of espresso in it, but hopefully it does what it needs to do. There is vitamin D in it, and I'm vitamin D deficient, so if anything, this is healthy. It's a good 7 out of 10. We are heading out for the day. It's 10:34 a.m. I made it all the way to page 94. Now that I've gotten a groove with reading it, and we're at the point where it's out, we're not talking about self-love anymore, it's a lot easier to read. Well, I don't know if I want to keep reading this for this challenge in particular because I've already started like notes on it, but it was a nice thing to read just like at work. It's a nice little break from whatever we're gonna get into with Ali Hazelwood. So yeah, also this coffee has grown on me. It's almost empty.
This right here is a phenomenal human
Oh
being.
my goodness.
Not only is she phenomenal, she has been a wealth of knowledge. She has helped me as a beginning teacher. And so when she speaks, you can best believe it is truth. I love Simply Jamila, the podcast. I love the website. I love the book reviews. You know, I'm a fan. And she is not just someone that is putting on a persona. This is who she is 24/7. You guys need to tune in. You need to like and subscribe.
Yeah, your phone was ringing.
It gave me background music.
It gave you background music?
Yeah,
It's
that was background music.
You sure you don't want to steal my chair?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal it, but yeah, I'm sure.
This is it. Okay, I think it's starting to hit me a little bit. Ew, I'm gonna cry. It's fine.
No,
Nope.
it's okay. There it is.
This door is gonna be shut, and the next time you open it, it's gonna be a different teacher.
Oh man. But see, this is the thing. I feel it, but I feel like a new beginning.
Yeah, it's a new beginning. It's lunchtime. I am having this Bolthouse Farms peach parfait drink. I don't know. It looked amazing. It does have a lot of sugar in it, but it also has vitamin D. Wait, that's actually really good. It's good initially, but you can taste, like there's like an aftertaste of granola that's a little like eh. I'd give it an 8, like an 8 out of 10. It is about 4 o'clock. We have 17 more hours. Yikes. I am halfway through Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. It is definitely different from her previous books. I feel like I mentioned this in a video before, but just in case you haven't watched previous videos of mine or anything like that, I'm not a fan of most books being written in third person. There are some books that are written in third person and are like amazing. This camera is kind of rocking. Okay, that's kind of weird. This book is very interesting because it does, so our main characters are Rue and Eli. And we do like switch between the perspectives of Rue and Eli. However, Rue is written in first person and Eli is written in third person, and I would love to know the reasoning behind that because personally not having a good time with that aspect of it. I know Ali Hazelwood in like all of her books kind of switches up the way that the characters how do I say this in a way that's appropriate for YouTube? Do things that are physically intimate. She definitely makes sure there's like representation in all varieties as far as that goes, and this book is no exception. But yeah, happy that we have a disclaimer at the beginning. It is just very different for her. I like the floppiness of it. It's like the most random thing, but I love how floppy this is. Like, I wish that I liked this book enough to keep it because it's so floppy. I have like 5 minutes less than 15 hours to go. With this book, I'm on page 281. I have roughly 100 pages to go and then I'll be done. I will say it's no love theoretically, and I definitely don't see myself rereading this. I am about to go to the park right now and read outside with my friend. I'm not bringing the camera because I don't want to. So I'm gonna take this book, Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. I'm gonna take it because it's like the font's really big and it seems like really easy to read. I've gotten very fond of this corner, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm back now. Got toothpaste on my face, some fresh Vaseline for that sunburn. While I was at the park and just hanging out with my friend, I got to page 82 in this book. So I got pretty far. I read this much, which, I mean, look at how easy it is. For some reason, I thought Nasty Gal was still in existence, and it's not. Now that I'm home in the private safety of these walls, I can finish reading Ali Hazelwood's book. I just was not about to take this book with an erotic warning to the park. It was just not gonna happen. Look at the cover. It was not gonna happen. I'd be like, ooh, what you doing? It is almost 3:30 a.m. I finished Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. We'll talk about it later. However, energy is low. Delusions are high. I have spent, I don't know how long, just rereading the same chapter. So, definitely hit our point of delusion. I've never had an Alani new energy drink. I will say most of the time caffeine doesn't do anything for me. I'm actually very interested in seeing if this does something. I got the Juicy Peach one because I wasn't sure what the girlies are drinking, but I've seen so many people drink Alani New. I just wasn't sure what the flavor was. Okay, let's see. I'm interested. Holy crap, that is amazing. Yo, this is actually so good. That's kind of crazy. And 10 out of 10. I like peach flavored things. This is insanity.
Hey. Yeah.
Was sleeping in these studios and waking up at 7, took the train to college. One semester was enough, I told my mom I got a different plan. I know that she was worried, but I kept my promise. Got the coins coming in once I checked the Sonics. Bank accounts emptied out, I had to thug it out.
All right, we have about hour 45 or so until it's been 24 hours of me reading. I will say I finished this book and it actually wasn't as bad as I anticipated. I have a friend coming over today at 3:30 p.m. Was it insane of me to start this the day before knowing that my friend was coming? Absolutely. I really need to clean my apartment. And I saw in other 24-hour videos where people did this, and in Funny Story by Emily Henry, the female lead, Daphne, said that audiobooks count as reading books. And I was like, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. So while I clean my apartment, I am going to be listening to The Love I Could Have Had by C.J. Connolly. I've actually never heard of this book. It just looked really interesting when I was like scrolling through Spotify trying to find a good audiobook for while I clean. I feel like I am consistently cleaning in every freaking video I put on here. So I'm gonna kind of like spare you from that montage. Also, the battery on this camera is dying. So I'm gonna get this camera charged up and I am going to clean. And then when I'm done cleaning, we'll come back and finish this challenge up. Y'all, I'm so tired. Speaking of me being tired, this tastes amazing. However, it was kind of confirmation that just energy drinks don't work for me. I have no energy. All it did was go right through my body. I've gone to the bathroom 4 times in the past 2 hours. That's something that future me is gonna have to remember. As much as I love it and I would totally buy it again, it's sent me running to the bathroom. All right, I'm done cleaning. The audiobook, wild. I'm only at the beginning, but the beginning, wild. This book is crazy, and I definitely plan on finishing it. For the sake of doing this 24-hour reading challenge and just loving physical books, now that I'm done cleaning, I am going to start reading Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez.
Work and find another route. If they don't credit me, I'm checking out. These raps are just the thoughts I always stress about. My only way to let them out. They compare me to Jack, compare me to Mac. I feel it, but just spare me, it's whack. I bear my soul on these tracks. I never did it for a bag or a plaque. Just want the mirror man to smile when he stare at me back. It's like 3 a.m. and BK with a spliff. Thinking about if this is worth all the risk. Is this as far as we get? Hey, I hope it isn't, cause you know I'm trying to get it. Been disguising every limit, baby. Hey, I wasn't fine, but I'm always showing up on time. Put that on mine. Ay, been through the grind since my hands was to the sky. I'll be damned if I don't fly. Ay, I wasn't fine, but I'm always showing up on time. Put that on mine. Ay, I'll be damned if I don't fly. Ay.
We did it. Oh, we did it. I have never been so happy. This video isn't quite over yet. I want to share my thoughts on the couple of books that I finished, the books that I kept reading. I need sleep immediately. So I'm gonna go do that. But we freaking did it, y'all. Honestly, I'm okay with this angle, if you're okay with it. I want to quickly kind of just talk about the books that I was able to finish in my 24-hour readathon. I'm not a fast reader, but I am proud of the progress that I made. I have been talking about this book in so many videos, but I did get 32 pages read when I was reading it. And again, it's one of those books that it's hard for me to open, but when I open it, I'm good. And I just wanted to mention that this is a good book. It's just a matter of getting it done. It's one of those nonfiction books that it's hard to read all at once and fly through. All right, now for the books that I like semi-finished. First and foremost, Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Y'all saw me when I read the intro. Yes, tonally it is different. There is not as much STEM conversation as I anticipated compared to literally her past 3 books. Not even that it's like super tango-y. It's more so, I think what really made me just not vibe with this book is 2 things. Because there's always a bad guy and like a situation that happens there. I didn't care for it in this video. I feel like it could have been better. And low-key, Rue, our FMC, is insufferable. I have a more like intense rating scale on simplyjamila.com, but for the sake of this video, I'd give it like a 3 out of 5. The other book that I finished is Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. This is a nonfiction book that was easy to fly through, and honestly, it was easy to fly through because it's like 236, 37 pages. And the font is like crazy big. Like, I don't know if you can tell, the font is super huge. And then there are pages that look like this. Like there's nothing, you know? So it wasn't really that hard to read. And then there are pages that have like pictures of the author. So it wasn't like too hard. 2 things with this, and I said this earlier in the video, I didn't know that she was no longer the CEO of Nasty Gal. In fact, I think Boohoo bought the company, so I don't think she has anything to do with Nasty Gal anymore. So first off, it feels kind of like fake to be reading it. Another thing with this book is she mentions that it's not a self-help book, it's not a memoir, it's not a how-to guide. And I'm like, okay, so then what's the purpose? You know what I mean? Like what was the point of writing this book if it feels like a memoir and it feels like you're giving me advice, but you're not. So like, what was the general purpose? Again, it's a 3 out of 5 stars for me. I feel like if the overall purpose of the book was clear and if it was a little bit more relevant, I would keep it, but she's going in the McKay's pile. All right, and then the last book that I wanted to talk about is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I started reading this in this video, so I had to mention it. I'm only like 50 pages in. Yeah, exactly 50 pages in. And so far, just from, and I hate to compare authors and things like that, but I mean, they are both romantic fiction books. So comparing how I felt starting Not in Love to reading this book, I definitely am vibing with this book a lot more, and I have just a little bit more excitement as far as getting through it. I will say I see where people are like, it's a good book, but it's not yours truly, because even though I am only 50 pages in, I'm already like, okay, yes, completely different vibe from yours truly, and I'm happy that we are getting Alexis's story, but it is just a little like, no. Overall, it was incredibly difficult to do this readathon. You see, I had to take 24 hours to come back and finish this video. I had to get a haircut, I had to get my nails done, I had to like take a moment, recover. Low-key, took a nap right before I filmed this because I'm still trying to get my body back to some sort of routine because doing this kind of threw it off. Overall, very fun, happy I did it, and I definitely want to do it again with just more books and just an overall better schedule and just being more physically prepared, because I don't think I was physically prepared. And if you stayed until this point in the video, you are absolutely insane, but I love you for it and I appreciate you. I will see you in next week's video. In that video, I'll be 25. What the heck? Okay, bye.